Super Hikiyami Moniko Turbo HD Remix. Hello guys, Hikiyami Moniko this, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Panacea Rebirth. Panacea, I don't know how to say that word. The World of Essentia. It had some warnings at the beginning, imposing, massive. It's massive indeed. A place with a number of regions. A natural environment for different species, though not everyone chooses to live where they are born or reborn. Nymphia, an aquatic area with a little coast that mermaids, nymphs, and other marine creatures tend to inhabit here. Asphodelus, I'm sorry if I'm butchering all the names, where the dead become alive, they run, they wander, they rove here. Chrysanthemia, a boat to the yokai for believers of tradition and respect, well most... Where's that thing? Well, it's this one, yeah. Dracana, territory of the dragons, stealing from them is never a good call, trespassers beware. Here. Quercus, a vast forest zone where spirits, elves, and other creatures live. It says that even the deities and demons ramble around here. And this one. Daffodilia, with villages and hills and towns aplenty, the biggest region of them, the one that humans call home. Okay. And what do you know? But when Quercus and Daffodilia, there's a crossing point where the two meet. Here. Therein lies the entrance to the Amberstone village. Therein lies the into the dark forest. Well, they are like kinda connected, like this one with this one, and this one with this one, and this one with this one. But this one is not connected to anything. And no one knows what this is in the story about that. I'm sorry I missed that. This is the story of a girl who lived with her human peers, but was curious enough, desperate enough, to delve into the world of monsters. Dun, dun, dun. And then she was full of regret. Oh my god. So hello guys, welcome to Panacea Rebirth. This game is made by Fable novel, the same developer of other game I have played before that was Hummingbird's Crown. That was an amazing visual novel. I expect the same for this one. If you guys want to watch that video or even better play that game, the link will be down in the description as well as this one. So let's start the game. Let's not waste any time. So the full experience, puzzle choices, quick time events, frozen in time, puzzle choices, not time events, storyteller, no puzzle choices, not time events. You can change this later in options. I want the full experience, even if I'm not a good player. I'm really bad at quick time events, but I'll do my best. I feel different. I feel alive. Like I'm not in my own body. Like I can take a bunch of walls and not get a single scratch. In a fight, right? Okay. Like I've been reborn. The air smells cleaner, the moon looks brighter, the stone feels rougher. I can run without getting tired, I can climb trees without breaking a sweat. I can do that and more, so much more. I try the red liquid dripping from my palms all the way down to the tip of my fingers. And if it's all my previous worries have left me, like they were insignificant, like they were nothing. So nothing can possibly compare to this taste. Lacrima, haha. It's sweet. Haha, it tastes sweet. I want more. I need more. Really nice soundtrack. Sirona. Lacrima, what did I tell you about getting out of bed? You need to rest. But I don't want to rest, I'm bored. What about that frog detective novel you were reading? You said it was interesting, right? Hey, is that the same of the... Yeah, I think this is a reference to another game of the developer, because I think they also mentioned this in the other game. Maybe. Mama points at me with her open palm. Well, there you go then. Still, that doesn't mean I want to read books all day. Doing the same thing over and over gets dull. Yeah, that's right. I hope you're not expecting me to let you go outside, young lady. You just had a fever last night. I don't want to repeat of that time just left for 2 whole days. She still won't budge on that one. But she'll have to yield to my other plan. In that case, can I help you and Papa with potion making, please? Mama puts a hand on her forehead and shakes her head. I'm really doing this again. But Mama, I even know some of your recipes by heart. From the way she looks at me, I can tell she's not gonna change her mind anytime soon. Classic Mama. I protest by turning my face away and glaring at the ground. At least I don't until I feel her patting my head. Mama bends down to get to my eye level. Look, sweetie, I know you want to help, and believe me, I'm overjoyed that my kid is so interested in my craft. Here come the buts. But alchemy is a very delicate art, not to mention it can get dangerous. You have to be extremely precise sometimes, remember when your father burned his hand? I nod. Mama smiles and moves my arm to kiss my forehead. This is so sweet. Satisfied, she starts heading over to the alchemy table until I hold the hem of her dress. Can I at least watch? I don't know, sweetie. What if something... Ah, come on, Mama. Will it kill you to give in sometimes? Why are you always so stubborn? Wow, don't you dare use that tongue with your mother, young lady. You're What? Odin. Now, let's take a deep breath and calm down, shall we? But she... the butt at the same time. Papa shows a smile, the smile he always gives us whenever we go too far. I close my eyes, take a deep breath, and let it go. I'm sorry. Papa nods. That's my girl. Then he looks at Mama. Honey? Okay, you're right, I'm sorry too. Good, very good. In between his praises, Papa kisses Mama on the top of her head. When I'm about to head to my room, he taps my shoulder. Now, how would you like to see your parents crafting a potion? Really? That's a great dad. What? Odin? Come on, honey. We won't use that Athanor for this one. I put on my best poopy eyes. Please. Alright. Yay. But you need to keep yourself warm, okay, sweetie? I know it a few times too many. I'm gonna go get my blanket. Good, but don't Lacrima! They grow so fast, don't they? They do. Oh, it's animated, nice. And it's done. Once Papa finishes transferring the peppermint oil from the flask to the glass bottle, he corks it up. Wow, that was so cool! It was the first time they were showing me how they work in the makeshift lab. Our house isn't that big after all, so the lab and the alchemy shop are kind of merged. I call it the Alchemy Room. Maybe this means my days of picking are finally over. Mama chuckles. I'm glad you're having fun, sweetie. Yeah, saying it live is so much better than the books. So this process, it purifies the medicine inside the plant, right? They are making mouthwash. Exactly, isn't it wonderful? That's the true charm of Spargic alchemy. Spagyric alchemy. But what about the Athanor? Shall we burn the plant's poop? Plant poop, what? You mean the plant residue? Well, some names are hard, okay? Papa's laughter covers the entire room and I swear I can see Mama's shoulders shaking as well. A few seconds later they finally compose themselves. It's not that funny. Sorry, sweetie, you just got us off guard. You're right though, we do calcinate the plant residue to obtain the salt sometimes. The salt? You mean that white ash thingy? Got it in one, and once we obtain this powder we mix it with the tincture we extracted from the plant. Oh, neat. But then... why didn't you do that now? Alchemy has different processes depending on what you want to obtain. For an essential oil, like the one we just did, we don't really need to calcinate anything in the Athanor. And then we're gonna sell this essential oil to middle-aged moms, and we're gonna make bank. That will probably save the plant residue for later. Your mother's right. When we use the alembic, some of these words are new to me, I'm sorry. We're already applying the heat source for the distillation process. The alembic? Papa gets gentle knocked the glass flask with long tips. Oh, that thing. Oh. I guess I still have a lot to learn. The hanging bell ring at the shop's entrance rings. Sirona darling, are you there? Are you here? Mrs. Cooper, I'll be right there with you. Papa, I thought the shop wouldn't open until a few hours later. Did you change the schedule? Ah, no, sweetie. It's just that Mrs. Cooper asked for a special commission and you know how hectic it can get when it's full of clients. But Mrs. Cooper never shuts up, and Mama is too nice to let her know she doesn't have time for gossip. Papa touches his right index finger to his lips. What if she hears you? I roll my eyes. Classic Pep. Why don't you go back to your room, sweetie? I'll only get busier from here, I'm afraid. More boring, you mean? Yes, Papa. He ruffles my hair and winks. That's my girl. This is the sweetest depiction of having a children I have ever played in a visual novel, and I'm afraid of what's gonna happen next. Papa leaves to rescue Mama for Miss Cooper's shatter. They're about to occupy to pay me any mind. It's a sneaky time. Oh no. Wait, I'm gonna quick time some alchemy stuff. After using the windows in my room as a getaway, I make a beeline for Silver Road, one of the less traveled streets in Amberstone Village. Luckily for me, mission accomplished. Oi. Crap, it's Mr. Burkhardt. Before he can actually chase me, able to take me back to my parents, I had right away. Oi lad, where are you at? Come here, will ya? What, lad? Oh, for the love of... I'm coming already, Devon. I thought he was talking to me. Better keep hiding till FCC Mame's crib. I just went outside for 2 minutes, Pops. Can you see I'm watering the night owls? Oh, they look so beautiful. It seems like Mama and Papa's potion work well. The flowers don't look droppy anymore. I should ask them to give Devon a discount next time. Poor guy sure has it rough. I could accidentally slip a lavender oil bottle into his paper bag too. Surely Mama and Papa won't notice. We are too close to the forest path. Don't you know how dangerous it is? And owls are nocturnal. What are you talking about, youngsters these days? Devon hits his face with the palm of his hand. The flowers, not the birds, old man. I will live right in front of Silver Road. It's not like I can magically move the house. Well, I'll be not with that attitude. Yeah, if you want, you can move your house. I feel there's to roll my eyes at the same time Devon is doing it right now. We aren't going anywhere near the dark forest, Pops. Besides, it's the middle of the day. No monster or whatever is gonna come out. But Mrs. Cooper... Gently, Devon grabs his father's shoulders and starts directing him in the opposite direction of Silver Road. Mrs. Cooper is just an old lady with a lot of imagination. Say that to my parents and 80% of the village. Besides, didn't say her cousin's town suffered from vampire attacks last week. It doesn't make any sense. Well, based on that introductory scene, I guess it makes sense. Look, I don't know if there are probably some dangerous creatures lurking in the woods at night, but that's why we water the garden when it's clear outside, Pops. Fine, doesn't hurt to make some silver charms, though. Yeah. The Frigos get smaller and smaller until I can't see them anymore. Phew. Seems they're gone now. I come out of my hiding spot and turn around to look at it. Hey, I guess being small has its perks. Not many people can fit in the minuscule gap between 2 houses. But I can. Finally, I start walking along the forest path. I don't get what all the fuss is about. I mean, seriously, monsters? Dangerous creatures? Rumors are so stupid. It's not like there are vampires or werewolves living in the dark forest. Right? I think. Whatever. At least Nox isn't one for sure. He has one too many feathers. Nox. All this hiding and sneaking made me arrive a bit later than usual. Did Devon really have to water his flowers just as I was passing by? Oh well. Now, which way was it again? Yeah, I'm gonna save the game. It was forward, right, forward. As I get closer to the massive bog, my surroundings become more and more alive. The green leafy plants, the soaring trees, the fragrant flowers with golden petals. Birds flapping their wings as they make themselves comfortable on top of a branch. A chirping grab of insects with sounds like they're singing a song. The hoot of an owl, maybe even a few more. Nox, it's me, are you there? No answer. Nox? Still nothing, just the wind hitting a few branches. That's really strange, he usually greets me right away. Did the owls not tell him I'm here? Tell who? Ah. Yeah, that's Shady. If I have ever seen someone being shady, this guy is Shady. Well, I don't know if it's a guy, right? It kinda looks like a guy. Is there any human grin I don't know of? Very funny. Now, can you help me get up? Huh, alright. Nox offered me his right hand and I extend my arm to take it. But grab his wrist instead. What? And pull. Getcha! Why am I not surprised? When I feel a tug on my arm, I realize my short victory is over. Whoa! And just like that, I'm back on my feet. I should have known you were going to pull another one of your schemes. Literally. I was so close. Why don't you ever take off your hood? I want to see your face. Please. I show him my best puppy eyes. Let me think. No. Hey! As my last shot, I tried to catch his hood by jumping while waving my arms around. Ha! Yeah. You're very persistent, Droplet. Stop hopping like a cricket before you get yourself tired. I'm not tired. Sure, and my middle name is Hoodie. Really? No. Angus, come on, stop jumping. Fine. Huffing, I made my way back to the oak tree, and sit down with my arms crossed. Honestly, kids these days. Not even a minute passes before Nox sits down by my side and rests his back on the trunk. You seem especially moody today. It is also rather odd that you try to get off my hood so insistently. Usually let it go after your first shenanigan fails. What is the matter, Droplet? Nothing much, just my parents, same old, same old. It's too dangerous, sweetie. You have to rest, sweetie. Can't you say we're too busy, sweetie? I thought it'd be different today, you know? I think this game is becoming spooky in a different way than I expected. It's the first time in ages they actually spend more time with me than the stupid shop. And even then all they allowed me to do was watch. Not to mention Mrs. Cooper had to come and ruin everything. I just wish they would listen to me sometimes. I know I'm a kid, who knows no better, but how am I supposed to grow if I'm always hide me away? If they never let me do anything. For starters, if I haven't sneaked out of house, I will never meet you. I paused, trying to catch my breath. Nox doesn't say anything, though I can hear him getting closer to me. Is it that shameful to have a sick daughter? To spend time with her? I feel like I'm never a priority, like I'm always second to the customers, to their potions. Nox pats my head softly. I do not know much about human interaction, but you are always welcome here if you ever feel lonely, Droplet. I got out of his cave. I could convince the Night Watchers to come and play too. Wow, he's crying now. That's really sad. Okay, the Night Watchers are the owls. Better? A lot. I'm sorry I cried so much, and thank you. I do not mind. Though I must say you do make honor to your name, huh? The first time I met you, you were crying here in front of this very oak tree. If I remember correctly, you were lost, were you not? You filled my cave with snot the time as well. That's gross, but understandable. Are you calling me a crybaby? Why do you think I called you Droplet? Stop teasing me. Whatever do you mean? Maybe I should start calling you Hoodie. Absolutely not. Once the serious talk is over, we chat about trivial matters and play a few games together. Like PS5. I noticed Nox's ear like tufts twitching as he had heard something. What's wrong? You should go back, it's evening already. Really? Well, the time goes by super fast when you're having fun. But how can you tell? This forest, well, it's always dark, no pun intended. His ears twitch once more. I have my ways. Haha, okay. I get on my feet and pat my clothes to get rid of the dirt. You're right, I should head back before my parents realize I'm not actually in my room. Want me to take you home? It's okay, you shouldn't leave your old friends alone. You know it's not just the Night Watchers that live here, right? I will not be a problem if I just leave for a few minutes. I know, but it's okay, I can get there fast if I run. For my sake, please try not to do that. I didn't want to find you pass out at the entrance. Again. Hey, you sound like your worried little brother. If only you're forced to stubborn and weepy to be my sister. Hey, well, you talk like an old man. Haha, maybe so. Come on, Droplet, or you will be seriously make your parents worried. I know. Nox turns around and greets me with a nonchalant raised hand before disappearing to the woods. I'm gonna save again. Dark creatures. Is that the name of the chapter? Okay, not too long until I reach the village. Hey, and I won't even have to run. Nox is worried over Good thing I saved, right? What was that? Nox? I take a step in the direction of the noise. And another. And another. I don't know what kind of quick time event is gonna happen, so I don't know what to do. Close enough to make my skin crawl. Some feathers are on the ground. Nox, is that you? This isn't funny anymore. My feet stop behind a group of monstera plants. I touch the lips with the intention of shifting them to the side, but a watery, slightly thick texture catches me off guard. I look at my hands. It's blood, right? Blood. I take a step back. Step back to reality. Damn. Whatever is on the other side of the bushes starts getting closer. Run. Choose your path quickly or you will die. It was front, right, front. What? At the running comes in a rush. Okay. I won't stop running. I can't stop running. Don't hesitate. Forward. Left. There's a falter in my step. What? I don't recognize this path. Oh no, it was forward, left, forward, right? Everything feels unfamiliar. Damn it, this isn't the road I usually take. Damn it, I was gutted in a second. Okay, good thing I saved. Okay, I'm gonna save closer to the event in case I can I see the look back again? How much can I go back? I just want to make sure. But I have to take it in reverse, right? Maybe that's why I got it wrong. Okay, it was around here, right? It was forward, right, forward. So it was forward, left, forward. I was right. Wait, I was right. But it's backwards, right? So it's forward, left, forward. Okay, forward, left. Okay. The speed becomes violent because my sense of direction is all over the place. Faster. Left. My feet are on fire. It's getting harder to breathe. Faster. Run forward. What is happening? What? No. Where's one the right way? It was not that? Come on. Come on. And then it's forward, left, right? I don't know. Damn, this is kind of confusing to me. I told you guys I'm really bad at this kind of thing. So it's forward. Forward. Or it didn't register the click? Maybe it was that. Run left. Yeah, I think it didn't register the click, right? That's what happened. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Hide in space with the houses. Spotting a space with the two houses nearby against and try to make myself as small as possible. I don't move. I don't speak. I don't even breathe. Yeah, because I don't think she will be able to run anymore. Like, she said she won't be able to run anymore. I better get home quick. Yeah, you better stop going to that forest. My forehead's cold. Is that someone's hand? Who's it? It feels nice. Where? My body's sluggish, my head throbbing. I'm lying down and covered from neck to toe. There's a faint scent of lavender off the sheets. My bed. The hand on my forehead slides to my cheek. It's Mama's hand. I lean on while the cheek caresses me. It's alright, you can go back to sleep. Or do you want to eat something? I grimace slightly. You know, I know they are not the perfect parents, but This children is no good, not hungry. Very well, but you have to eat something when you wake up, and you take your medicine, okay, sweetie? Yeah, I'm fever, I'm gonna say. I don't have the energy to from, but I try my best to protest anyway. No, I don't want to sleep. Potion making. Stubborn even with a fever. Look, we'll talk about it when you are feeling better, alright? Maybe you can watch your papa and me working with the Athanor this time. Really? Mama kisses my forehead. Really? My eyes close before I can voice a reply. Hmm. Is it morning? Dang it, of course Mama was right. I really feel a lot better now. Well, mostly. My body's all numb. Just how much did I sleep? I moved my arms around for a bit to make the numbness wear off. Oh, finally out of bed. I guess there's really a dark critters lurking in the forest. Was Nox trying to warn me about them? No, stop, don't think that. Me? It's just a silly rumor. I eagerly shake my head. It's probably just an animal, yeah, a nocturnal animal that happened to eat a bird. That hopefully not one of Nox's friends. Like a wolf? Werewolf? Yeah, I'm definitely visiting Nox in the morning from now on. Don't wanna be someone's dinner. Was that the face? That was the face, right? I wonder if Mama made breakfast, yeah, I could go visit Nox after I'm starving. And maybe tomorrow she'll let me help with potion making. I spot Mama and Papa standing next to the Athanor. Ma, what are you going to do, Oren? It's getting worse. It's going to be okay, honey. Papa opens his arms for a hug, but Mama slaps his hands away. Okay? Are you being serious right now, Oren? It's getting worse every day. You know it better than anyone. How can you tell me it's gonna be okay? Her voice breaks at the end. There are tears in the corner of her eyes. You're right. I'm sorry, honey. This time, Mama doesn't reject the hug. You know, there may actually be a way. Remember Mr. Booker's son? Devon? He bought some medicine for his flowers a few days ago, didn't he? Exactly, and he asked if he could have the recipe for it. What? Oren, you know alchemists don't reveal in exchange for information about certain ingredient. Well, it seems Devon won't be needing that discount after all. Trying to be as silent as possible, I walk past the alchemy room and sneak into the kitchen. I didn't think he was that kind of person. What the heck? Does he know how hard it is for my parents to come up with some of the recipes? What a dirtbag. He better only be asking for some more recipe or I'll fix his front door with mud. It's because she's dying, right? I'll just grab some bread. Maybe some for Nox and his friends too. It can be my bribe to make him take me home if he gets too late. Bread on hand, I close the cabinet door. And tiptoe to my room where my window scarecrow awaits. I mean, I know they are worried about the disease of the girl, but can you check on her room sometime? Like, for real. Well, I guess it's not called the Dark Forest for nothing. But it's morning, so that should still count, right? Just because a place is in very light doesn't mean nocturnal animals won't suddenly appear during the night, right? Time to find Nox and casually stick to his side. And definitely not because I'm scared, definitely not. Yeah, that's the face. I hold the bread I took from the kitchen close to my chest. It's not a good idea to bring food into a forest, right? Nox, I'm here. Please don't tell me he's going to do it again. I hope he's not dead. I brought bread this time, so I wouldn't try to scare anyone if I were you. And by anyone, I mean me. Nox? Are you okay, buddy? I wait a couple of minutes, but there's still no answer. That's really weird. Where did he go? Should I save? No matter how much I walk, no matter how much I look, Nox is nowhere to be found. I should just go back for home for today. I'm gonna... The non-human alchemist. Non-human alchemist. That sounds like the title cards for like commercial breaks for Full Metal Alchemist. No, why now? This is stupid body. Dizziness and fatigue makes me lose my balance. Someone catches me in their arms. It's Nox. And he's really cute. Oh no. And we kinda have the same air for some reason. Like, are we like actually brother and sister or something? A boy with green hair and very distinct eyes. His ears are pointy, his skin is pale and the sky blue tone. His nails are sharp, I can feel their mind when holding me. This boy isn't human. And he isn't like Nox either. Oh yeah, the other one has like pointy horns, right? But he's just as beautiful. Ah, it's really small. And maybe it's like my brother or something. Can you put me down now, please? Sorry. Once my feet are touching the ground, I take a few steps back. Who are you? Were you following me? Yes. I mean, no. I mean, which one is it? Confess. I may have been reading too many detective novels lately. The boy gulps and grabs his left arm. Kinda? Anyways, I promised it wasn't anything bad. It's just, well, you seem to be looking for Nox, and then I saw you wobbling ant. Wait, you're friends with Nox? That's great. The non-human alchemist? Okay. Didn't say... that means you're hearing me yelling to the oak tree like an idiot. I mean, I know the forest isn't empty, but still. Well, to answer your question, yes, we're friends. I didn't say anything before because that seemed like a weird conversation starter. And I also heard you yelling at the oak tree. Just let me crawl into a hole and disappear. Oh, that's right. You asked me who I was before. Yes, my name is Angus. I'm Lacrima. It's nice to meet you, Angus. Sorry about before, I was a little on edge. I don't mind. Are you okay though? You were wobbling and panting a lot. I am fine. If you say so. Hold on, you say you saw me yelling at the oak tree, right? That was hours ago. Didn't you say anything? Well, you see, I'm a little awkward with first meetings. The awkward vampire. You don't say. It's not funny. Sorry, that's not it. It's just... Wait, was he the one that killed me before, or it's not? I can't believe I was scared of him for a second. You're so cute. Personally, I think that word suits you better. Angus fills with the code and takes out something from it. Like this Moonflower. They are rare and a bit hard to find since they only blossom with the light of a full moon, but I think they are worth it. Our fingers brush against each other when I accept the gift. His hands is a bit cold, it's because he's not human? Is that the flower my parents need to make the medicine? Thank you. Angus gives a little nod. So do you come here often? Why did it sound like a pickup line? Thankfully, Angus doesn't seem to take it that way. Sometimes, I mostly come when Gramps is out of ingredients for his potions. Oh my god, your grandpa's an alchemist? Yeah, that's right. And I'm his apprentice. With that same face. And that's so cool, my parents are alchemists too. Really? As we lose track of time, Angus and I keep rambling on and around our similar interest. This is suspicious. Sorry, I think I should hit home now. This forest makes it a bit hard to notice, but I'm pretty sure it's getting darker. You're right. It's already evening. I was having so much fun I didn't notice how late it got. Oh, by the way, thank you for sharing your bread with me. It was really good. Delicacy from my papa. And I had a lot of fun too. We should definitely do this again some... Lacrima? Don't worry, I had something for shortness of breath. I'm fine. Damn stupid, you're not fine at all. He stands from my throat, his cape until he finds a potion with a transparent pink color. With the help of one of his arms, Angus tilts my head back slowly. He uses the other hand to put the mouth on the bottom of my lips. Some of the liquid spills. Damn it, sorry about this. Wow, that was uncalled for, but I guess it was needed because otherwise she was going to die. I just hope this doesn't turn her into a vampire. Before I can muster an answer, his lips press against mine. My mouth opens slightly and I feel the potion sliding down my throat. What are you? The effect is almost instantaneous. My head is clear and my full breath is back. This might be even more effective than Mama and Papa's potions. Are you okay? God, you scared me to death. Thank you, Angus. I'm really fine now. I'm so glad. Anyway, sorry about, It's okay. By any chance, did the potion have peppermint? Oh yeah, it's a blend of different herbs, but peppermint is one of them. It also has some ginger oil to make the effect much stronger. I even helped Grams come up with this recipe. You know, this alchemist making like complex recipes in the forest and stuff, and you can get this blend in Walmart, right? I even helped Grams come up with this recipe. That's so cool. I could give you the list of ingredients if you want, though I'm not sure why it's pink. Are you sure you should be telling me though? Alchemist recipes are top secret. Ah, not that you mention it. How about this? Once we get back to know each other a little bit, if you give me the recipe for this potion, I'll give you the ones I have too. Equivalent exchange, what do you think? Sounds good to me. That means we can see each other again. I turn my head towards the bits of the sky, peeking through the tree crowns. It's darker than before. Sorry, I should get going now. Alright, do you want me to go with you? I can't accompany you all the way though. Not all humans are nice as you and Grams. So his Grams says it's human, okay? Don't worry, Angus. I'm not very far from the village. But do you think we could give you some directions to the east side of the forest? Looking for knocks made me think a different route that I'm used to and I don't know how to go back. I'm pretty sure I went on the left road first, but after that... Left? Circles? I'm sorry, it's my dog barking. From here, shut up! You should be able to reach your village just fine if you well straight down the first two paths. Then you'll need to turn east and find head forwards once again. Oh my god, why are you giving me directions? I'm really bad with directions, game. I hope we can meet again. So it's left, straight, east. What the hell is the east? Where's the east? It's also left right now. It's right. I don't know. We'll just have to try. Angus gets a little way before leaving. I'm gonna save the game again. I can't hear his steps anymore. How did he disappear so quickly? Is he a cat? Now that I think about it, I didn't sense him before either, when he caught me in his arms. Maybe I can ask him next time. Okay, well down the first path, 3 more to go. I hope to still make it to dinner. As my legs start getting sore, I decide to stretch them a little by bending towards and touching my toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good enough. Uh-oh. Then the title changed. Something moves in the corner of my eye just as I stand up straight. What? Then I see it. A dark, shadow-like figure with red liquid dripping down their chin. And it's hitting someone. But it doesn't have pointy ears. It just have the fangs. Drinking someone's blood, feeding one of the villagers. A leech, a bloodsucker. Oh, he's looking at me. A vampire. Choose your path quickly or you will die. I'm definitely gonna die. Thank you, game. I'm being followed. Run forward. My legs feel like, but I don't stop running. Run right. Lungs more. Forward, right. Just a little more, just a little more. Forward. Ah, I did it. I had to hide quick. Hide in the houses, shadow. Hide in the space between the two houses. Yeah, I'm gonna hide. Trying not to trip over myself, I hide in the small cabin to nearby houses. The same place as last time. He's gonna find me this time, right? My hands won't stop shaking. I bite my lip to prevent me from screaming. Is it gone? Oh my god, can I save? Yeah, let me save, please. Let me save, thank you. Keep hiding. Oh my god, this is so tense. He's gonna catch me. I can feel he's gonna catch me. No? Okay, thank you. Better hurry home. I don't know why this girl keeps going to the forest. It's just getting worse every time. I think I'm safe. My thirst is killing me though. I should get a glass of water. Where the hell have you been? Oh no. Before I can reach the kitchen, I see Mama standing in the center of the alchemy room with her arms crossed. She does not look happy. Do you have any idea how worried your father and I were? Wait, Mama, I can explain. Oh, really? Go ahead, then explain. Well, not too far away, Papa watches us from behind the table while he slowly taps on his finger. He isn't smiling either. I needed to go see my friend. I don't appreciate when you lie to me, Lacrima. But I'm not lying. You know what isn't light? The fact that you went outside specifically when I told you not to. The fact that you put your life in danger knowing full well what the consequences were. Everything is dangerous to you. Okay, to be fair, going into a dark forest is actually dangerous. Even if there's no monsters, you can still get hurt. Forget going outside or helping with potions and medicine. You don't let me cook or clean. You don't let me do anything. A stupid scarecrow has more life than me. It's for your own safety, Lacrima. How can you compare yourself to a scarecrow? They don't have a beating heart like you. They don't get fevers like you do. I was already feeling better from that fever. Why do you have to make such a big deal for sleeping only 2 days? Because it wasn't only 2 days, you slept for a whole week. What? I bite my lip. I don't care. What? I don't care anymore. I hate this. I hate this stupid sickly body. I just want to feel alive. Enough! I'm very disappointed in you, Lacrima. She's crying. Go back to your room. Papa covers his face in his hands and let habit side. Mama walks towards him to pat his shoulder, not sparing me so much as a glance. They don't look at me. They don't want to look at me. This is a complicated family business matter, whatever. I can't sleep. Mama and Papa are still awake. To make myself as small as possible, I squat behind the barely open door that leads to the alchemy room. Too harsh. Apologize to her. My parents speak so softly that I can only make odd bits of the conversation. I crawl to the open side of the door. If only I could ask Devon again to make sure I can't believe he disappeared so suddenly like that. And then the monster was eating Devon? Oh no. He did seem a little weird that he told us about the Moonflower. I hope he's safe. Moonflower? Do you really think that it will work, Orion? I don't know, but we have to try. If it fails, it will be another failed attempt. If it works, the potion will finally cure her. I just hope we can manage to get it safely. That effort is too dangerous, especially at night. We have to take the risk, honey. If we don't find it tomorrow, we'll need to wait until the next full moon. I don't think we have the luxury to wait anymore. Just give the flower to them. Come on. I sit on my bed and hold my chin with my index finger and thumb. The Moonflower, that's a flower Angus gave to me as a gift. But I'm pretty sure I lost it when I was running away from that thing. Oh no. And Devon, if he really went missing then... The wind outside makes the window in my room rattle slightly. Unlike before, it's not much chain held together by a lock. Well, it was to be expected. Mama, Papa, no matter how dangerous it is for me, I can let you take that risk. You haven't seen what I saw. I look at the novel on top of my nightstand, The Little Rich, The Adventures of Detective Gidget. Yeah, it's the same one from the other game. I open it and take Mama's hairpin, that one I've been using as a bookmark. I'm going to need your lockpicking skills tomorrow, kid. Mama, Papa, I'm sorry. The night of the full moon. Wait, I was expecting a lockpicking minigame, but I guess it's not gonna happen. I made it. Better get started. Moonflowers only blossom during full moon nights, so... The minutes keep passing by as I search every nook and cranny. It's not here. What am I missing? Are there any other places in the woods reached by the moonlight? Ah! Here. A small group of flowers lies in full bloom around the root flare of the oak tree, showing off their white petals glistening like droplets of water. Children of the shining orb in the sky. Moonflowers. Using the apron on the top of my skirt, I made an improvised sack. Better hurry up, I don't want to stay here too long. Okay, this much will be enough for a potion. I wish I could have seen Nox and Angus. Who knows when they'll be able to come back again. Hello? What a pesky little lamp. I won't touch a single hair of that girl's head if I were you. Pff, is that supposed to be a threat? Take it as you will, I'm sure you understand the concept. You think I'm scared of you, owl? Don't make me laugh. I can kill you and your ridiculous night watchers whenever I want. Or have you already forgotten what I ate for dinner a few nights ago? And yet you couldn't even catch up to a small sickly child. Spare me the mocking, owl. You might be strong here. Or should I say competent? But did you try leaving the woods? Then we'll see who is worse than little garbage. Now. For your own good, I suggest stay the hell out of my way. There are still a few lights in the village. Dinner time isn't quite over yet. And most important, there's no one on Silver Road. That's nice. I put my head to gaze at the flowers in my apron sack. It was hard. Everything is sore and I'm exhausted. And yet, with this, we'll finally be able to make up. I'm filled with pride. I did it. I really did. You should have been more careful, little lamb. You humans are so naive. Oh no. Oh no, this is so... His fangs sink deep into my skin. It's fearful, it's violent, it's painful. More than the constant fatigue, more than the fevers and palpitations, more than the shortness of breath. It hurts. It hurts so much. He drinks with vigor, with intent. The disgusting sensation of blood leaving my body leaves me weak in the knees. I struggle in his arms where I can't beat his brutal strength. He doesn't stop. He becomes more eager, desperate. My vision starts getting blurrier. This is horrible and terrifying. In a different way I kinda expected. What the hell? What's with this blood? I'm not getting full. I thought young blood was supposed to be better, or is it just this useless human? Just my luck, just my luck. If I know this child's blood was so useless, I wouldn't have gotten rid of my human slave. What a drag. I don't need this weakling. There better be something worth in this village. Maybe this child's mother. I bet she'll be worth my time. You talk too much. Did no one ever teach you to keep secrets to yourself? Pathetic. What? What is happening? I feel different. Okay, this is the beginning of the game. I feel alive. Like I'm not in my own body. Like I can take a bunch of wolves and not get a single scratch. Like I've been reborn. The air smells cleaner, the moon looks brighter, the sun feels rougher. I can rock without getting tired, I can control without breaking a sweat. I can do that and more. So much more. I tried the red liquid dripping from my palms and the way down to my fingers. Okay, like they were insignificant, like they were nothing. Because nothing can possibly compare to this. Ah, that's a really nice illustration. This taste. And I'm gonna take a screenshot, hope it doesn't mess up with the recording. I'm sorry about this. Hahaha, it's sweet. Haha, it tastes sweet. I want more. I need more. Might as well be this piece of trash. You get what you deserve, vampire. Ah, she now has little fangs. Nice. Well, aren't you glad? At least your blood is nasty. I'd rather not look at your face, though. Ah, seems like I got company. Alarmed by the sudden commotion, several villagers are gathering outside their homes. Some hide, others yell, the bravest ones even threaten me. None of them dare to approach. I wonder how their blood tastes. No, what the hell am I thinking? I noticed Mr. Buckler among the crowd. You murdered my son! No, it was him. I pointed the vampire on the ground. Look, she's trying to blame the victim of her slaughter. How awful. Scary. If I hadn't done anything, he would have killed me instead. Monster. Okay, I'm gonna save the game again. I saw you murder him in cold blood. Murderer! The horde screams uncontrollably. Liar! Murderer! Get away from the village! Most of them throw insults and raise their fists in the air. Others hold a weapon to look more intimidating. Well, maybe it's the pink potion that makes my blood taste bad, or maybe it's because she was sick. Others hold a weapon to look more intimidating. It's not just fear. It's outrage, it's anger. Where's my man, Papa? They will understand, I just have to... As I turn to look behind me, I notice them standing a bit far away from the crowd. Horrified, frozen, and most of all, afraid. Afraid of me. Frick! Murderer! Monster! I'm sorry. Monster! 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 I wonder if Nox is gonna be afraid of me now. Of Lacrima. Just come off already. Having run for a while, I take a break by the pond near the oak tree to clean myself up. Although most of the blood is gone, a persistent stain finally gives in after scrubbing for a while. I can get rid of the smell. Damn it. A small and green snake slides by at my side and sinks in face into the water, creating ripples when it drinks. I guess you were thirsty. I pet its head. The snake seems to appreciate it as it kisses my hand with its slithering tongue. Haha. You kind of remind me of someone. Once it has ill affection, it's nearby bushes. What do you want, Nox? I merely came to check up on you. Check up on me? Check up on me? Don't you think it's a little too late for that? I'm sorry that I could not make it in time. Quercus is an extremely vast area and it was not the first vampire attack we had in these last few days. Sometimes I have to deal with werewolves and other critters as well. And the Night Watchers cannot cover the whole region by themselves. They even lose their lives in the process sometimes. I cover my face with my hands. Forest Garden rules and all that stuff, I know, I get it. You have priorities, responsibilities, you can't possibly take care of everyone. Especially not a human girl. And well, a former human girl. Just leave me alone, I'm a mess right now. I'm sorry. Usually it's not my place to intervene in scuffles with humans and critters, much less if it's with the humans themselves. Not unless there's a link to Quercus, that is. Stop, please, just stop, I told you to get it. I get it already. Nox holds a palm in the air. Is he gonna try to kill me? And yet, I somehow got attached to a human who I came to see as my little sister. How could I not care? Nox, I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore. What's the point of not being safe if my parents think I'm a monster? Everything is all too much, I'm scared. I know I'm all alone. You're not all alone, Droplet. Wow, this is really cool. Nox looks really cool, I have to admit it. This game has really good CGs. For the first time ever since now, Nox takes his cape off. Just like Angus, his eyes are unusual yet very pretty. Just like a bird, his wings are tucked behind his back. The fabric of his cape gets wrapped over me. It's warm, soft, and for some reason it adjusts to my frame. I want you to keep this. I can, isn't it important to you? It is, but you're more so. Okay. I'll treasure it, I promise. His hands ruffle my hair. But what about you? Don't worry, I can always make another one. Okay. Lacrima. He doesn't use Droplet this time. You asked me before what you were supposed to do. Well, that really depends on you. Huh? What is it you wish to do? I want to be human again. My illness probably went away after I became a vampire. But if I can find a way to regain my humanity, I'll be able to see my parents again. Because right now, they are scared of you? Yes. But their fear won't be unjustified. If I lost control, well, it'd be bad. That means you won't be able to see them for a long time. More like never again. I don't think this is reversible. There is a way. What, really? You're familiar with alchemy. Have you ever heard of the Panacea? Panacea? Panacea Rebirth? Yeah, that one. The name of the game? The cure-all medicine? Well, I did read about it in one of my parents' books, but isn't it just a myth? Plus, I think it's only meant for humans. It is not a myth. And it can cure non-human as well. I have seen it with my own eyes. Are you serious? Where can I find it? There lies the issue. What do you mean? For obvious reasons, the Panacea is sold by many, especially the recipe. It is not something that can be out and for all to see. The elixir. Or more accurately, the ones who make the elixir are found inside an intriguing hotel. One that cannot be found effortlessly. It is hidden and even tends to change locations so as not to remain in a stagnant place. I guess no alchemist wants to reveal their secrets easily. Precisely. I guess this means goodbye for now. I'm afraid so. But I have faith that I will see my little sister again. And with that cave, there will always be a part of me that will accompany you in your travels. I jump into his arms and hug him tightly. Nox embraces me back and caresses my hair. I'll come visit. Then I will wait patiently for your return. Okay. With one last squeeze, I take a step back and start running in the opposite direction. Oh, this is kinda sad. The flapping of wings and hoods, how they all send me his message. See you later. Alligator. Okay, no. Forget that. Wait, that's it? Wait, that's it? That was it? Yeah, I guess that was it. Okay, we have the illustrations. This one's really good. I just can't stop looking at it. I'm gonna use it as a thumbnail because it's really good. So I guess that was Panacea Rebirth, whatever you say that word. I don't know. I was using like Panacea, but I'm not really sure. So really good game, right? Just what I expected from this developer. Really good storytelling, really good illustrations. The puzzles / quick time events were like nice. I'm really bad at them, but they were not too hard or not too easy. Just the right amount of difficulty for someone like me. So I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys want to play this game, the link will be down in the description. And if you want to play other games by this developer, I'm sure all the other games are also great. You should try it. So I think this is the first actually spooky game that I have played this season. Well, not. The other one was also spooky, right? The one from yesterday, I think. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, developer, for making the game. And I will see you guys in the next indie game or stream. Good.